Commander Replay. Smothering Tithe.Deck is back for Mizzix, Saffi, Eriksdotter, and Sliver Overlord. Find out if we can fire off our Smothering Tithe combo next on Commander Replay. Hey guys, I want to take a quick second to thank my awesome Patreon supporters. We have a new Patreon supporter, Quinn Gregory, looks like DeRoche. Quinn, you are awesome. If you want to help support the channel and vote on which decks I play next, feel free to check out my Patreon at the link below. Just to let you guys know, I do have a Twitter page now, so feel free to check me out on Twitter at Commander Replay. Welcome back, everyone. Playing some more 5-color Smothering Tithe. We won the die roll. Looks like we've got we've got some acceleration in this hand. I like that. We have a Windfall. Okay, yeah, that works. So let's keep this hand. Last time out, things didn't go so well for us, but yeah, we're playing 5-color Smothering Tithe with Sliver Overlord in the command zone. And I am once again joined by 3 Patreon supporters, Chaotix2075 piloting the Mizzix of the Ismagus deck, Doc Jock playing Sliver Overlord, and the one that I cannot pronounce playing Saffi Eriksdotter. Ooh, and there's a Bloodchief Ascension. Sweet. Let us play the... what are we playing? We can get Metalcraft on turn 1. That's actually not like a super common thing in this deck. There aren't tons and tons of artifacts. There's about, I think, 15 or 16 artifacts in the deck. So play Mox Opal, play Temple Garden untapped, play Library of the Lang, and pass turn. Maybe I should have went for Bloodchief Ascension first, just in case anyone brought in a Shock Land untapped. But doesn't look like that's gonna. Yeah, it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. So no harm, no foul there. Brings it back to our turns. There's a Steam Vents. Let's get down this City of Brass. Play the Felwar Stone. Felwar Stone for Bloodchief Ascension. Mox Opal does make mana now. Next turn we can get the Psychosis Crawler. Then after that we probably think about the Windfall. Here comes a Thought Vessel for the Mizzix opponent. There's a Grand Abolisher, so counterspells off the table. Great card. Card that I haven't played enough of. I need to start using that one more. How many times have you guys seen me get blown out by a mid-combat Cyclonic Rift? Grand Abolisher says no to that. It's going to bring it back to our turn. We draw a Godless Shrine. Let us play the... what do we need? We have like triple black mana in our deck, which can be a thing. So let's go for the Godless Shrine. Play the Psychosis Crawler. Psychosis Crawler coming in as a 2/2. Here comes Mizzix into play. Sure. Oh no, opponent's going to unexpectedly absent our Psychosis Crawler. Well, I guess when we X1, does that come back to us next turn? Beneath the top X cards, so actually I think we'll be fine. We'll draw into a card and then we'll Windfall back into it. Seems fine to me. There's a Urza's Incubator coming down for the Sliver opponent. There's a land. Don't want to crack that fetch because we have the Psychosis Crawler. Play the Steam Vents. Untapped. Felwar Stone's making all 5 colors of mana. Let's use the Temple Garden and the Godless Shrine. Play the Windfall. It's going to get us 6 new cards. Discard the Misty Rainforest. Oh, we can actually choose to put it back on top of our deck if we want. Yeah, Library of the Lang. Sweet card. There's a Mana Vault, a Demonic Tutor. Oh boy. Yep, things are looking good now. See if we can use everything the best way possible. Play the Mana Vault. Or do we just get Psychosis Crawler back into play? So if we tapped for 3 on the Mana Vault, we would use the Mox Opal. That would leave 2 floating on the Mana Vault. That would not be enough to get Smothering Tithe into play. So we could go Psychosis Crawler. Kind of need to get the... we don't have another wheel. We kind of need to get the Jace's Archivist into play also. Maybe I shouldn't have casted the Mana Vault right there. Crap. Well... we still could have Demonic Tutor. Crap. Yep. Kind of punted the last half of that turn a little bit. Whoops. Combo decks. Yay! Hypersonic Dragon coming down. May cast sorcery spells as though they had flash. Kind of cool. Gonna swing into the Saffi opponent. Saffi opponent discarded some stuff. They had a Yisan in their hand, Court of Calling, Green Sun Zenith, Evolutionary Leap. Yeah, we got him to discard some stuff. What about Slivers? Diabolic Tutor, Balras Stronghold, good one to get rid of. Necrotic Sliver, Horn Sliver is fine. Wild Pair is a very strong card. Ooh, nice. Since opponent attacks, that does put a counter on the Bloodchief Ascension. Sweet. And a Signet coming down for the green-white opponent. Opponent's going to Song of the Dryads. Oh, okay, he's going to Song of the Dryads our Bloodchief Ascension. That's fine. Actually gives us mana. Bloodchief Ascension is one way that we can win, but it's not the only way, so I'm not too worried about it. Ooh, we got rid of a Swarm Intelligence from our opponent. Inner Fire. That's an interesting card. Goblin Electromancer. Electro Dominance. Yeah. Oh, those wheel effects. They hurt. All right, that's going to bring it back to our turn. Ooh, there's a Chrome Mox. Nice. What do we discard with the Chrome Mox? A non-artifact, non-land card. Would probably have to be the Pact of Negation since we are planning to use everything else, I think. Play the Demonic Tutor. Get our namesake card, the Smothering Tithe. Let's play the Jace's Archivist. Play the Overgrown Tomb. Do we need it tapped or untapped? I think tapped is fine. And then we'll get the Psychosis Crawler. That should give this... So this will be like a nice distractions for our opponent to have to worry about, even though it's not the main plan of what we're doing. So recast the Psychosis Crawler. Pass the turn. Just need to not have a wheel effect right here or instant speed interaction. Well... Actually, wheel effect we would definitely Pact of Negate. Jace's Sanctum coming into play. That's fine. Man, we got our opponent good with the wheel. They seem to not have a lot of spells. Dragon coming in our way. Yep, that seems fair. Mizzix swinging into the Sliver opponent. Sure. Here comes Birthing Pod. Yep, that could actually do some damage. If they went for like a, whatchamacallit? Reclamation Sage. There's a Saffi Eriksdotter coming into play. Sure. I guess we can't counter anything during our opponent's turn anyway, so doesn't really matter. Opponent gonna sack to get a creature with the Birthing Pod. Let's see what they go for. Renegade Rallier. Uh-oh. That's part of some combos. So now they can get back the Grand Abolisher. Enters the battlefield. If a permanent you control left the battlefield this turn, return target permanent with converted mana cost 2 or less. Grand Abolisher is a fine choice. A land if they need it. Evolutionary Leap is fine. Oh, they're going for the land. They want the land. All right. So opponent gets themselves a High Market, and they could tap the High Market. Yep, okay, use Saffi. All right, might as well just have 6 since we can't do much right here. I think we're probably going to have to try and win the game right here, which means we need to catch a wheel with the Jace's Archivist, or we're probably going to be in some trouble. Opponent uses the Saffi on the Renegade Rallier, sacrifices it to the High Market, and what do they get back? Probably another land, I think. Sliver Overlord coming into play. Yep, that's a good one. So that's going to bring it back to our turn. Going to have to try and win it right here. Otherwise, I'm expecting some combos out of the Saffi opponent. Mana Vault, we're just going to leave tapped. We draw a land. It's going to trigger the Psychosis Crawler. Sure. Mizzix does have 2 mana open. Could be a negate. Negate would be not ideal. So let's play the land. Get the Smothering Tithe down. Opponent's going to Mystical Tutor. Okay. They get an experience counter, and they get to scry one with Jace's Sanctum. Actually, opponents don't have tons and tons of cards in hand, so Jace's Archivist may not be as good as we hoped. Could be an issue. Opponent puts a Brass's Bounty. Nice. Well, it's not a counterspell. Smothering Tithe is down. Since we're only going to be getting 4 cards with the Jace's Archivist, I think we need to let both of these cards go and not put them on top with the Library of the Lang. So use Jace's Archivist. So like I said, we're going to discard both of these. We catch a Grim Tutor. Okay. Grim Tutor gets us into another wheel. Last card, too. Good thing we got rid of both of them. We do get lots and lots of mana, so that'll be nice. Opponent says money, 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 Scrooge. Alright, so we get 12 tokens off of the mana. Fantastic. So that's Grim Tutor Wheel of Fortune? Yeah, sounds good to me. So Locust God. Locust God into play. Grim Tutor for Wheel of Fortune. Play everybody's favorite game show, Wheel of Fortune. Discard the land. Put the Overburden back on top of the library, and just in case we don't win right here. That will shut down creature strategies from our opponents. There's a Past in Flames, a Vampiric Tutor, Psychosis Crawler triggers a bunch more times. Locust God triggers a bunch more times. That is a lot of triggers. Oh, opponents have to click no every time that Smothering Tithe comes up? Ugh, gross. Alright, we have 20 tokens, which means a debt to debtless should do it. Okay, so we could ham this up more, but I'm going to try to end it right here. So play the Past in Flames, play Demonic Tutor, get Debt to the Deathless. Hope there's no free counterspells in here. Debt to the Deathless for X15. And this should do it. Boom! Down everyone goes. We go up to 112 life. So, Smothering Tithe.Deck. Glad I got it to work one time. So, how do I feel about this deck? It's obviously very strong. It's obviously very non-interactive. The question is, what happens when you play it against other strong decks? I think that question is going to come down to how much do your opponents interact. If they're playing non-interactive decks, then you probably have a reasonable chance. If they are playing decks that interact, this deck probably gets crushed, is what I would imagine would happen. On the other hand, there are a lot of cards that support these continuous wheel effects. Psychosis Crawler is a nice win condition. If you get Bloodchief Ascension active, it's a win condition. Niv Mizzet, the Locust God, basically anything that's good with Nekusar, also Nekusar, who we see right here. So basically anything that's good with Nekusar is going to be good in this deck. Just that with Smothering Tithe. Smothering Tithe now gives you tons and tons of mana, which is a thing that Nekusar doesn't have. So, I mean, this deck could probably be built to be much faster than it is. That was a turn 6 win, and we had a pretty good opener with the way the mana rocks fell. So, you know, more mana rocks would probably make it faster more consistently, but more counter spells would protect the combo more. So it depends on what you were going up against. You'd have to tune this deck specific ways to really make it fast and consistent all the time. Again, that's a little bit out of my expertise. You know, I generally like to be playing jankier things, playing creatures, attacking with them. Tribal stuff is more my speed. So, but I started thinking about this Smothering Tithe deck, and I'm like, well, what kind of things are good with Smothering Tithe? Basically anything in Nekusar is good. It's good against a lot of things that our opponents can be doing, like Rhystic Study, Sylvan Library, that sort of stuff, other card draw. But yeah, that's the deck. We got to see the combo one time. In its current form, it is very, very fragile. So that's something that could be worked on. Again, for the combo players out there, you may want to take the framework of this deck and really tune it up in a way that would make sense for high power combo metas. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, feel free to comment, like, or subscribe. Thank you for watching.